Jeremy, right?
Yep.
Mr. Jason.
Yeah, I remember you.
Yeah? What year are you?
What junior?
Now a senior?
Yeah,
After
yeah.
that?
I think they're coming.
Okay, enjoy. Nice seeing you.
Good to see you too.
Klein, everybody. Good evening and welcome to the Winthrop High School as we gather to celebrate the commencement of the Winthrop High School class of 2026. Tonight is one of those rare occasions where an entire community pauses to reflect, celebrate, and look ahead all at once. As our graduates made their way into the gym this evening, surrounded by classmates, families, teachers, and friends, it was impossible not to feel the significance of the moment. These students have spent years growing, learning, competing, performing, leading, and discovering who they are. And tonight we have the privilege of celebrating all that they have become. Before we continue, I do think it's important to acknowledge just how fortunate we are to be gathered here tonight in a dry, air-conditioned, and completely windless gym. While making the decision earlier today to move graduation indoors was probably the worst part of my day, what followed quickly became the best. Nearly 200 Winthrop High School students answered the call for help without hesitation, gladly sacrificing their last period class to move 900 chairs and a graduation stage from the field into this gym in under 1 hour. And what stood out most was not the speed or the efficiency, but the spirit in which it was done. There was laughter, teamwork, positivity, and an incredible feeling of togetherness that perfectly reflects the culture of this school and the character of our students. Watching everyone come together like that was a powerful reminder that what makes Winthrop High School special has never been the location of the ceremony, but the people within it. Thank you. And now to kick off our ceremony, I'd like to invite Class Marshal Bertie Klein to come up to the podium and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
And now for the singing of our national anthem by Senior Josie Barry.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
Now I'd like to extend a formal welcome to the members of the class of 2026, our guests in attendance tonight, as well as family, friends, and supporters that are watching us at home. I would like to recognize the distinguished guests that are joining us tonight that are seated to my right. School Committee Chairperson, Ms. Lane Petrie. Town Council Member, Ms. Suzanne Swope. Town Council Member Ms. Kim Dines. Council Member Mr. Joseph Romano. Town Council Member Mr. Patrick Costigan. Town Council Member Mr. Paul Reardon. Town Manager Mr. Anthony Marino. Legislative Aide Mr. Eric Rice, representing the state of Edwards. State Representative Mr. Jeffrey Turco. Town Council President Mr. James Lettieri. Fire Chief Mr. Stephen Melandro. Representative of the John F. B. Memorial Scholarship Mr. Pete Solomon. Representatives of the Romani Family Foundation Scholarship, Ms. Beth Puchel and Mr. Joshua Crosser. Representatives of the Casella Scholarship Foundation, Mr. Vincent Cavaretta and Aaron Sensula. And representing our student body, junior class president, Safi Barry. And now I'd like to recognize the members of the administrative team that are seated to my left. Principal of the Winthrop Middle School, Mr. Brian Curley. Director of Pupil Personnel Services, Susan Gibbons. Principal of the Opportunity Public School, Ms. Andrea O'Leary. Principal of the Winthrop Bank School, Ms. Kristen Reynolds. Athletic Director, Mr. Mark Gregorio. Assistant Principal of Winthrop High School, Mr. Michael Capasso. The Superintendent of the Winthrop Public Schools, Ms. Lisa Howard. And last but not least, our graduation assistant, Mr. Frankie Fabiano. To begin, I would like to recognize and thank the faculty and staff of the Winthrop Bank School, the Opportunity Public School, and the middle school. The success of our students is rooted in the commitment and care shown by educators throughout every step of the journey, so thank you. Next, I would like to recognize the outstanding teachers, counselors, DSPs, and administrators of Winthrop High School seated to my left. You have created an environment where students feel challenged, supported, respected, and valued. Your dedication extends far beyond lesson plans in classrooms. You serve as mentors, role models, listeners, advisors, and advocates for students during some of the most formative years of their lives. Through your passion and commitment, you have helped foster a culture of excellence, inclusion, and compassion that defines what makes Winthrop High School such a special place. Thank you for the extraordinary work you do every day. I would also like to acknowledge Mr. Brian Curley for his extraordinary leadership and service as the principal of the Winthrop Middle School over the past 10 years. In a role that is often demanding and thankless, Mr. Curley has consistently led with integrity, kindness, patience, and an unwavering commitment to the students and staff. He has been favorable to the principal. He's been a mentor, a trusted colleague, and a steady presence to accomplished students, teachers, and families. While we'll miss his leadership of the middle school next year, we're incredibly fortunate to continue serving our district as the Assistant Superintendent of Schools. Mr. Curley, thank you for everything you've done for this community, and congratulations on this well-deserved next chapter. Next, I would like to take a moment to offer my appreciation to our Superintendent of Schools, Ms. Lisa Howard, for her exceptional leadership, tenacious dedication, and deep commitment to the students, families, and staff of the Winthrop Public Schools. Ms. Howard leads not only with vision and purpose, but with compassion, integrity, and heart. Qualities that have helped shape a school system where students are encouraged to grow, challenged to achieve, and supported every step of the way. The strength of this district and the many accomplishments, milestones, and personal successes of the graduates seated before us tonight are a reflection of her leadership and her steadfast belief in what is possible for every child. Her impact reaches far beyond policies and decisions. It is felt in the culture of our schools and the opportunities created for students, and in the sense of pride that exists through this community. Lisa, thank you for your exceptional leadership, for the care and passion you bring to this work, and for the lasting difference you continue to make in the lives of so many. To the parents, guardians, and families of the class of 2026, tonight belongs to you as well. Long before these students arrived at Winthrop High School, you were their first teachers, coaches, supporters, and champions. You celebrated their successes, encouraged them through the challenges, and stood beside them every step of the way. The young adults seated before us tonight reflect the values, care, and support you provided throughout their lives. Thank you for entrusting us with such an important part of their journey and for the countless sacrifices you have made so they could reach this day. Thank you. Finally, I'd like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to the many individuals, families, organizations, and community partners who support our students through scholarships and financial assistance. This year, the members of the class of 2026 will receive over $660,000 in scholarships. An extraordinary investment in their futures and in the promise of what they will become. To our scholarship donors and representatives, many of whom are with us tonight, your generosity is overwhelming, and it sends a powerful message to the students that their ambitions matter and that this special Winthrop community believes deeply in their potential. We are profoundly grateful for your support and for the opportunities that you continue to create for our graduates. Thank you. And now for the class of 2026. If I had to describe this class in one word, it would be bold. Bold with a capital B. And I think we all knew that from the very beginning. You all arrived at high school as freshmen coming out of COVID, and to be completely honest, we weren't quite ready for you. You came in loud, energetic, fearless, opinionated, confident, and somehow able to make every hallway feel both chaotic and alive at the same time. But what became clear very quickly was that beneath all of that energy was something special. Over the last 4 years, we've watched you grow not just as students, athletes, performers, and leaders, but as people. And growth. That's what tonight is really all about. Growth really happens all at once. It happens gradually, quietly in ways you barely notice until one day you look around and realize you're not a kid anymore. I had a graduating senior say something to me recently that stuck with me. She told me her dream was to come back one day and teach special education here at Winthrop High School. Then she paused and thoughtfully asked, "Mr. Cromwell, would I be interviewing with you?" I said yes. And she looked at me and said, "Weird." And you know what? She was right. I remember her as a freshman. And suddenly we're talking about careers, adulthood, and her future. And I said to her, "But you'll probably be a completely different person in 4 years." And that's when it hit both of us, just how fast time moves. And what will feel like the blink of an eye, she'll be standing across from me as an adult, interviewing for a position in the very building where she once sat as a student. That's growth. Now, before we get too sentimental, it's worth pointing out that growth doesn't always reveal itself in huge, life-changing moments. Sometimes growth shows up in small, everyday things. Take Smart Pass, for example. We implemented a new digital hall pass system this year, a system designed to prevent you from missing class and meeting up with your friends in the bathroom. Now, as freshmen, many of you were still trying to figure out where your classes were, how to charge your Chromebook at night, and which side of the hallway to walk on. As seniors, just minutes after we rolled out our new system, the bathroom parties continued. Suspiciously impressive. And there was noticeable growth in the cafeteria as well. As ninth graders, breakfast and lunch day looked less like a
The amount of syrup left on the tables was unbelievable, and there was always a waffle being thrown every time my back was turned. By senior year, you guys cleaned up after yourselves. You respected the shared space, and you enjoyed growth. Even the way you handle freedom evolved. This class had the unique privilege of living through what future generations might someday call the final era of cell phone freedom. And yes, you carried your phones proudly, fearlessly, sometimes while making direct eye contact with a staff member asking you to put them away. But in that, there was growth. Over time, you learned balance, responsibility, when to engage with the people around you instead of with screens in your hands. Growth. But what made this class truly special was the way that you showed up for each other. The leadership of your class officers was remarkable. They organized events, created traditions, built community, and helped shape the culture of this school in ways that often went unseen. The dedication and pride in this class never wavered. Your athletic captains led in the same way. Yes, there were championships, playoff runs, trophies, banners, and unforgettable wins on the field, in the rink, and in the gym. And yes, we absolutely need to acknowledge the senior girls' legendary 1-0 power puck victory over the 9th graders. But what stood out even more than the victories was the leadership. It was impossible not to notice the way our senior captains took younger athletes under their wings, including in some cases 8th graders who could barely figure out what a locker rooms were. You led by example, you encouraged, you mentored, you made younger students feel valued and included. And because of that, you helped create a stronger, more connected school community. And that matters. The same can be said for our life skills mentors. Your kindness, patience, and genuine care for others made an immeasurable impact, not only on the life skills students you supported, but on the culture of our entire school. You showed all of us what leadership and empathy truly look like. You reminded us that growth is not just about achievement, it's about lifting people up along the way. And speaking of talent, this class had no shortage of it. You challenged yourself academically with AP courses and some of those rigorous classes Winthrop High School has to offer. You balanced athletics, jobs, clubs, rehearsals, practices, performances, responsibilities, while continuing to push yourselves forward. In the arts, you shined both on the stage and behind the scenes. From acting and performing to tech and crew, to writing and producing original work, you brought creativity, emotion, humor, and heart to every production. The Black Box Theater became a home for so many students because of the energy and passion that this class brought to it. And what's incredible is that 4 years from now, many of you will once again become completely different people than you are tonight. Some of you will graduate from college, some will begin careers, some will travel, some will serve others. Some may even find themselves back here in Winthrop, raising families, or giving back to the same community that helped raise you. And every one of those experiences will continue to shape you because growth never stops. Now, accomplishments aside, the thing that has always made this class truly special is the way you approach life. You were bold enough to take chances, bold enough to lead, bold enough to speak up, stand out, support one another, and leave Winthrop High School a better place than when you found it. And my hope is for each of you that you never lose that. Be bold enough to chase the goals that scare you, bold enough to try and fail again, bold enough to grow into someone even better 4 years now than the person who's sitting here tonight. One day you'll look back at this version of yourself the same way you look back at your freshman self, with gratitude for how far you've come and amazement of how much is still ahead. So continue to grow, continue to challenge yourselves, continue to care deeply, lead confidently, and live boldly with a capital B. Congratulations, class of 2026. Now I'd like to invite Superintendent Lisa Howard to the stage to address our graduates.
Administrators, Winthrop Public School staff, families, resilience, and possibility. It's a night that marks the closing of one chapter and the beginning of another. Most importantly, it is a night that belongs entirely to all of you. As I stand here this evening, I do so in two roles that mean more to me than I can adequately express: superintendent of schools and the mother of a graduating senior. Those two roles have often intersected over the years because this class has been part of both my professional life and my family life. I have watched many of you grow up together. I have seen you in classrooms, on athletic fields, on stages, in concerts, at community events, and in moments both big and small. I have watched friendships form, talents develop, confidence emerge, and young people become adults prepared to take on the world. As a parent, I have experienced something very similar to what many of your families are feeling tonight. Pride, gratitude, excitement, and maybe just a little disbelief about how quickly the years have passed. Class of 2026, you are graduating during a time in the world that often feels uncertain and fast-moving. Yet one thing that has always stood out about this class is your ability to adapt, hence moving and such, right? Perseverance, and your support of one another. You've learned that success is not simply about individual accomplishments. It's also about community, teamwork, empathy, and resilience. You've experienced challenges during your school years that previous generations could have never imagined. Yet through these experiences, you developed strength. You learned how to adjust when plans changed. You've learned how to move forward even when things are difficult. Most importantly, you learned the importance of human connection and the value of showing up for each other. As you leave here tonight, there will be conversations about future plans: college, gap years, military service, and work. Some of you know exactly what comes next. Others are still figuring it out. I want you to know that that's perfectly okay. Life is rarely a straight line. You don't need to have every answer tonight. Few adults actually do. What matters most is your willingness to keep learning, keep growing, and keep moving forward with integrity and purpose, and always striving to be the best version of yourself. Our world places great value on achievement, titles, and accomplishments. Those things matter, but I hope you remember that your character and your morals matter even more. Be kind, be dependable, be curious, be the person others can count on when things become difficult. Treat people with respect and kindness, and never underestimate the impact that one compassionate person can have on others. I also hope you carry with you an appreciation for the community that has helped shape you. Winthrop is more than just a place where you attend school. It's a part of your story. The teachers, coaches, family, and friends who have supported you along the way have all helped build the foundation that you stand on tonight. Please never forget that nobody reaches milestones like this alone. To the families here tonight, thank you for your partnership, your sacrifice, your encouragement, and your trust. Your graduates would not be here without your unwavering support. And to the faculty and staff of our schools, thank you for believing in our students, challenging them, supporting them, and helping them discover who they are capable of becoming. Thank you. Class of 2026, tonight we celebrate what you have accomplished, but even more importantly, we celebrate who you have become. You are ready for what comes next. You are more than capable than you realize. And although your path forward may not always be easy, I hope you always move through life with courage, compassion, humility, and confidence. As both your superintendent and the mother of one of your classmates, I can honestly say, watching this class grow up has been an extraordinary privilege to me. Congratulations, class of 2026.
And now for the presentation of the awards and scholarships. First, to start, I'd like to invite Frankie Fabiano on stage to present the Dolores Fabiano Memorial Scholarship Award. The Dolores Fabiano Memorial Award in the amount of $1,000 goes to Francis Fabiano. Goes to Jenna Whitehead. The Winthrop Leader Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 goes to Francis Fabiano. The Winthrop George A. Meade Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 goes to Adriana Vicio. The Winthrop Board Volunteer Service Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 goes to Jillian Bonapane. The Mary and Steve Fowry Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 goes to Chelsea Long. The Winthrop Lodge of Elks Beta Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 goes to Becky Gow. The Winthrop Lodge of Elks Epsilon Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 goes to Ayana Pierce. The Winthrop Lodge of Elks High Award in the amount of $1,000 goes to Jake Kowalchuk. Four recipients of the Quest and Question Club International Prize Award in the amount of $1,000 are Zoe Ray, Zed Fowler, Becky Gow, and Jenna Hinson. The Winthrop Mixed Lodge number 2057 Sons and Daughters of Italy Past Presidents Award in the amount of $1,000 goes to Luke Belgini. The Winthrop Sons and Daughters of Italy Raphael Bonfort Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 goes to Talia Capasa. The Winthrop High School Class of 65 60th Reunion Award in the amount of $1,000 goes to Jillian Bonapane. The Sanders Stolzberg Schumann Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 goes to Bailey Ferguson. Dr. Nathan Kaplan, Goldie Kaplan, and Dr. David Kaplan Health Science Award in the amount of $1,000 goes to Gianna Sorrentino. The Winthrop Improvement and Historical Association Award in the amount of $1,000 goes to Nicholas Romano. The Robert Capezza Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 goes to Christopher Kearns. The Robert Perry Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 goes to Allison Garcia. The three recipients of the Miss G Heart and Soul Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 are Maggie Conley, Isabella Reardon, and Michael Zinko. The two recipients of the scholarship in memory of Detective Michael Delahanty in the amount of $1,000 are Mia Caria and Josie Barry. The scholarship in memory of Lieutenant Joseph Flannery in the amount of $1,000 goes to Bertram Klein. The two recipients of the Lieutenant David Lassard Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 are Gianna Sorrentino and Michael Zinko. The two recipients of the Detective Robert McFarland Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 are Avelina Coffey and Daniel Perrin. The Winthrop Police Association Scholarship in memory of Officer Charles Domenico Award in the amount of $1,000 goes to Reese Ferrara. The two recipients of the Officer Stephen Oconee Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 are Tegan Pereira and Luke Belgidi. The U.S. Marine Corps Patrol Officer Channing McDonald Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 goes to Nicholas Romano. The Speaker Robert A. DeLeo Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 goes to Samuel Orozco Flores. The four recipients of the Winthrop Viking Youth Cheer Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 are Talia Capasso, Audrey Lehare, Alan Ferreira, and Isabella Reardon. The Winthrop Farmers Market Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 goes to Adriana Baez. The Winthrop Art Association Award in the amount of $1,000 goes to Jessica Castillo. The 8 recipients of the Marie C. Petrilli Cancer Memorial Fund Award in the amount of $1,000 are Catherine Alvarez Parada, Francis Fabiano, Ayana Pires, Aubrey DeMeo. Ariana Lara. Avery Shea. Ton Tween Din. And Emma Ferretra. The Rona Mayo Town Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 goes to Avelina Coffey. The Peter Finn Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 goes to Seth Sacco. The Winthrop Youth Soccer Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 goes to Naros Alabel. The three recipients of the Michael J. Mason Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,100 are Reese Ferrara, Brady Talent, and Emma Ferretra. The three recipients of the Michael L. Piccirillo Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,111.11 are Allison Garcia, Christopher Kearns, and Amari Cordona. At this time, I'd like to invite Charlie McDonald and Hank Tarby on stage to present the Bucky Collier Memorial Scholarship. The two recipients of the Bucky Collier Scholarship in the amount of $1,200 are Bertram Klein and Avelina Coffey. At this time, I'd like to invite Jim, Nicole, and Grace Davey on stage to present the James C. Davey Memorial Scholarship. The two recipients of the James C. Davey Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,500 are Liam Natareno and Paulie Siotis. The Dr. William B. Hurley Academic Award and Plaque in the amount of $1,500 goes to Bertram Klein. The two recipients of the Winthrop Playmaker Scholarship in the amount of $2,000 are Josie Barry and Jillian Bonapani. The three recipients of the Winthrop Foundation Trade Scholarship in the amount of $2,000 are Nicholas Romano, Christopher Messina, and Aiden Coffey. The Evelyn, Paul W., and Philip Mark Scholarship in the amount of $2,500 goes to Amber Claire Dowd. The Dr. Richard S. Taselli Scholarship in Sciences Award in the amount of $2,500 goes to Luke Lavasco. The WCAT Ron Moses Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $2,500 goes to Chelsea Long. The Joseph Barry Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $2,500 goes to Michael Zinko. The 7 recipients of the Thomas W. Bailey Hope Scholarship are, in the amount of $2,500, Ariana Capuccio, Avelina Coffey, Maggie Conley, Sean Dolan, Avery Shea, Brady Talent, Adriana Vicio, the Pete Towner CPYC Educational Scholarship in the amount of $4,000 goes to Jillian Bonapani. The Lenny Riley Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $4,000 goes to Ariana Capuccio. The John M. Biggio Scholarship in the amount of $5,000 goes to Zeneb Fauzi. And now for our athletic awards and trophies. The John J. Domenico Memorial Award in the amount of $500 goes to Stella Pelletier and Liam Natareno. The Bentley Swift Memorial Cup Award and plaque goes to Seth Sacco. The Wallace B. McLean Athletic Trophy goes to Reese Ferrara. The 2 recipients of the Francis M. Fioretti Award and Trophy are Tegan Pereira and Sean Dolan. The Michael Arizioni Olympic Spirit Award in the amount of $1,000 goes to Nicholas Romano. The Winthrop Little League Award and Trophy goes to Jenna Whitehead. And Luke Belgidi. The Edwin E. McFarland Memorial Plaque Award goes to Avelina Coffey. Let's give a round of applause for our scholarship winners. At this time, I'd like to invite the class of 2026 salutatorian Zeneb Fauzi to the podium to address the class.
friends, family, and my fellow graduates. My name is Fozzie, and I'm honored to be standing before you tonight as salutatorian. Class of 2026, we made it. I would like to start off by thanking my mother and father. I couldn't have done this without them. I would also like to thank Mr. Delcaro, Ms. McKinnon, and Mr. Tarantino for WHS, the school I am proud to be graduating. I'm sure that as underclassmen, we all had students tell us that high school would go by incredibly fast. I used to roll my eyes at the almost common phrase, praying high school would end as quickly as I was promised, yet always feeling like it dragged on. Time's paradoxical in that way. You feel like you have forever until you know. I feel the same way about graduation. Graduating was always an offhand comment, an idea that hadn't fully formed. Sorry. Tonight it becomes reality. Our time in high school is over. Unlike our predecessors, our experience was especially unique. We grew up with the rise of social media. Some of us started using it as young as 11. When you see so many people online, both older and extremely successful, the pressure to be as good as them can become unbearable. I frequently compare myself to those I saw online, and I let doubt in my abilities heavily impact me. It feels like there's always more we should be doing. Study more, get better grades, work longer hours, volunteer for another organization, sign up for another extracurricular, find a summer program or internship, start a nonprofit, win an Olympiad. The list is endless. To reach this idealized version of success, you would need to live a million lives. I can tell you from my own experience that real true happiness does not come from how many awards you have or how good your grades are. It comes from finding the passion that drives your life. Without balance, life loses its harmony, and with it, it's joy. We have the rest of our lives ahead of us and the freedom to find that thing that makes us tick. I've heard many people say that graduating marks the beginning of the end. Many of us will go to college, trade school, or the job market, and we feel the significance of tonight. It's the night we've been waiting for since kindergarten, since 8th grade, and since junior year. It's the culmination of all the hard work we've put into our academic lives. Some may call it the end of one chapter, but it is, if anything, the start of a new one. The time has passed, and we stand on the precipice of what comes next. The rest of our lives will unfold as quickly as these 4 years have, and we owe it to ourselves to make the most of it. Passion and success can coexist. You don't have to give up your goals to find happiness, and you don't have to give up happiness to reach your goals. So book that trip, rekindle that friendship, and take advantage of every opportunity life offers you. Because the fact is that life will keep moving even if you know. So it is incredibly important to find as much joy as you can in each little moment. I leave all of you tonight with a quote from Anthony Bourdain as far as to influence my own actions. Move as far as you can, as much as you can. Across the ocean, or simply across the river. The extent to which you can walk in someone else's shoes, or at least eat their food, it's a plus for everybody. Thank you for your time, and once again, congratulations to the class of 2026.
Next, I'd like to invite the class of 2026 valedictorian Zoe Ray to address the class.
I'm sure anyone sitting here today can think of a person that got them through high school, whether it be your best friend, your mom, or your favorite teacher. Many of you have probably told this person at some point, I couldn't have done this without you. And if you haven't, you really should. The thing is though, most people don't understand how true that statement is, or how significant their support has been to you, even if you have told them. The truth is, having support from the people you love literally changes your perspective of a situation entirely. Right around when most of us were born, in 2008, there was a study done to test the true value of support from friends, and I found it really interesting. In the study, people standing at the base of the hill were asked how steep they thought it was, some alone and some with a friend. By the end of the experiment, though, it was clear that the people that were alone estimated the hills to be much steeper than those that were asked while standing with a friend. The closer connection the friends reported having, the less steep they thought the hill would be. Put it simply, being next to someone they loved made the hill appear easier to climb, and the tighter the bond was, the less intimidating it was. When I heard this for the first time, I thought it was the cutest thing I had heard in a while. But when I thought about it some more, I realized how much sense it made when I considered the past 4 years. High school was one new experience after another together, constantly throwing surprises at us. With someone by your side, though, these situations aren't nearly as intimidating as they would be alone. In school, knowing a friend was signed up for the same AP class encouraged you to take on the challenge. It reframed your worries of falling into a struggle on your own into the idea of a team effort together. For me, even though I knew calculus and physics are known to be equally rigorous courses, physics felt far more daunting than calculus. The difference between the two was simple. My best friend had signed up for calculus too. For athletes, knowing the student was packed with classmates cheering you on, or even hearing a teammate's shout of encouragement made all the difference. The energy they brought gave you the courage to score that goal. I know for gymnastics at least, my stomach always twisted in fear when I got on the balance beam, but when I had my brothers cheering me on at me, a back handspring suddenly didn't seem possible anymore.
Or during the intensity of applying to college, having someone to help you brainstorm ideas for the strangest supplemental essays, and a teacher who was willing to proofread made what had originally seemed like climbing Mount Everest feel like an average hike. No matter what we faced, someone stood with us and made our challenges seem less daunting. They made our hills less steep. Today is a really interesting point in our lives because we're expected to reflect on these past 13 years that we've been in school together, but also be looking at the future. As we look back, know that there are so many wonderful people who have helped you.
Even though you likely thought of a singular person originally, your hills made less steep little by little with each small act of support from every person who believed in you, even your neighbors, your coaches, or your siblings. With that being said, thank you to all the friends, family, and faculty that stayed here tonight for every bit of help you've given us. Your contributions have lent everything to where we are today. Into the class of 2026, we finally made it to the first peak along the trail. As we continue to follow it, the hills will turn into mountains, and things are sure to get steeper. Next year will be full of new beginnings, but when you're struggling to push forward, remember that the climb will always be easier when we work together. With that being said, if you continue to find people, no matter where you end up, you'll always be moving towards the summit. Thank you.
And now for the conferring of diplomas to the class of 2026.
Ana Neve Acevedo. Isabella Aguirre Ramirez. Abdul Nasser Al-Hari. Fabiano Alcala Rodriguez. Naros Mula Alabel. Javian Alexander. Perla Yehida Alvarado. Catherine Jacqueline Alvarez Parada. Michelle Arango. Yudi Liseth Arbeza. Juan Arias Sanchez. Tomas Noberto Beban. Adriana Marguerite Baez. Ryan Balla. Rebecca Baronio. Maribel Barentios Restrepo. Valentina Barentios Tabon. Amita DeBerry. Noah Tijan Lamine Berisog. Noah Thomas Baysdorfer. Ian Camillo Belicazar. Luke Spencer Belgidi. Christopher Schaefer Brashear. Noor Bunani. Annalise Rose Buckman. Michael Gabriel Buckley. Brody White Burrell. Stephen Richard Calla. Talia Marie Capasso. Ariana Catherine Capuccio. Amari Cardona. Vienna Marie Cardoza. Genesis Giselle Carias Castellanos. Stephanie Castilla Sanchez. Christopher Michael Sorelli. Aiden James Coffey. Avelina Leanne Coffey. Haley Ann Camo. Maggie Rose Conley. Nicholas Paul Correa. Andrine Corvez. Jackson Thomas Costigan. Chloe Angelina Couture. Daniel Alejandro Crisosto. Mia Catherine Courier. Ariana Noel D'Amelio. Ace Maximus Daniel. Sheridan Olivia Daly. Yerme Sodra. Zavil Louis de la Rosa. Aubrey Virginia DeMeo. Maria Clara Diaz de Souza. Tan Tween Din. Joseph Warren Disney. Sean Francis Dolan. Amber Claire Ryan Dowd. Francis Josephine Fabiano. Emma Grace Ferretra. Zaneb Bream Fauzi. Bailey Rose Ferguson. Elena Faith Freeman. Anastasia Geitza. Becky Yu Gao. Allison Nicole Garcia. Annabelle Gerardine Giardino. Juliana Giraldo. Julia Gomes. Brian Guerra Duarte. Jenna Helena Hinsman. Declan Peter Howard. Leslie Rachel Arahita. Olivia Ann Jarvie. Logan William Jewett. Alex Yovel. Leela Rose Jervich. Shakir Ahmed Karzan. Liam Zachary Kenny. Christopher William Kearns. Roy Hans Kanapaska. Jake Frederick Kowalczyk. Ariana Marie Lara. Muhammad Amin Lachir. Edouard Mejia Gamas. Luke Anthony Lavasco. Nicole Alexis Lavasco. Mackenzie Marine Lynch. Marissa Ann McMullen. Farisi Maid. Nader Maid. Morgan Ann Margado. Jordan Jared Marcado Yaxavilson. Kevin Mesa Alvarez. Christopher Stephen Messina. Doha Monir. Owen Munson. Liam Stephen Nadarino. Sami Abdurrahim Nasasi. Gemma Rose O'Dwyer. Samuel Rosso Flores. Stella Vittorio Osborne. Valeria Andrea Pabon Anaya. Stella Rain Pelletier. Rosa Marie Pena. Tegan Reese Pereira. Daniel Patrick Perrin. Nicholas Louis Pignato. Nicole Sodre Pinero. Ayana Michelle Pires. Daniel Ramos. Isabella Rose Reardon. Zoe Luna Wright. Brady Margaret Rockefeller. Samuel Roldan Castaneda. Nicholas James Romano. Seth James Sacco. Avery Elizabeth Shea. Myra Shehu. Isabella Sierra Taporta. Esteban Sierra Torres. Gianna Riley Sorrentino. Brian Sweeney. Joanne Patricia Sweeney. Brady James Talent. Gianluca Dario Toludo. Madison Veronica Taylor. Jack Kimball Thompson. Riley Taus. Polixeni Urinia Siotis. Troy Uku. Adriana Carol Vicio. Jameson Jonathan Walker. Matthew Aiden Wall. Mason Keith Watley. Jenna Rose Whitehead. Emma Joy Wachowski. Michael Zinko. And now for the class officers. Chelsea Hannah Long. Bertram Jason Klein. Adam Aitwaman. Josie Mayberry. Reese Elizabeth Ferraro. Jillian May Bonapani.
Let's give a round of applause to our new graduates. And now for the presentation of the John F. Eade Memorial Scholarship. John Eade Scholarship was a project that was the vision of John F. Eade, a decorated military veteran and a 37-year resident of Winthrop, Mass., whose contributions to his adopted hometown will continue to resonate long after his passing. Mr. Eade's remarkable life included extraordinary valor on the battlefield, great academic success, significant public service, and running a successful architecture firm, and political activity on both the local and national levels as a longtime Democratic operative. In Winthrop, he sat on committees and was a valued advisor to several town managers and others entrusted with the successful operation of the town. Scholastic average, impact on the school through extracurricular activities, and/or community service will comprise the major criteria for consideration for this award. The recipient of the John F. Eade Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $25,000 is a student who will be attending Tufts University in the fall to study international literary and visual studies. The recipient is Chelsea Long. At this time, I'd like to invite Ms. Beth Kushel and Mr. Josh Crossman to the stage to present the Raimondi Family Foundation Scholarships. The Raimondi Family Foundation Scholarship has been established to provide tuition assistance to any student pursuing undergraduate studies or post-high school vocational training. The Raimondi family wishes to recognize students who exhibit the intangible qualities central to someone of high character. The recipient will have demonstrated characteristics which have a positive impact on their family, friends, and fellow students through kindness, empathy, and generosity. They will also have expressed appreciation for the beautiful coastal community of Winthrop by making an impact on their community at large and hopefully inspiring others to do the same. The first recipient of the Raimondi Family Foundation Scholarship in the amount of $25,000 is a student who will be attending Keene State College in the fall to study elementary education. The recipient is Tegan Pereira. The next recipient of the Raimondi Family Foundation Scholarship in the amount of $25,000 is a student who will be attending Merrimack College in the fall to study business management. The recipient is Maggie Conley. The next recipient of the Raimondi Family Foundation Scholarship in the amount of $25,000 is a student who will be attending the University of Massachusetts Boston in the fall to study international relations. The student is Adam A. Tomen. The next recipient of the Raimondi Family Foundation Scholarship in the amount of $25,000 is a student who will be attending Wentworth Institute of Technology in the fall to study construction management. The recipient is Christopher Bashir. The next recipient of the Raimondi Family Foundation Scholarship in the amount of $25,000 is a student who will be attending Suffolk University in the fall to study radiation science. The recipient is Joseph Disney. The last recipient of the Raimondi Family Foundation Scholarship in the amount of $25,000 is a student who will be attending Emmanuel College in the fall to study criminology. The recipient is Ariana Capuccio. Let's hear it for our Raimondi winners. Now I'd like to begin the presentation of the Facella's Scholarship by reading the scholarship description. Those who knew Paul and Norma Facella understood they were people who lived simply but purposefully. After serving in the Navy during World War II, Paul worked hard as a building contractor while Norma helped others in their neighborhood. They were good neighbors and caring people. Though neither attended college, Norma and Paul saved their money to learn from the world through various trips abroad. For 60 years, they shared a devoted life together and a deep concern for the young people of Winthrop. When Paul died in February 2014, nearly 2 years after Norma had passed away, their careful financial planning and modest lifestyle had produced a sizable estate. Because they never had children of their own, their legacy will now build a future for students graduating from Winthrop High School. Though Winthrop High School is a relatively small school with graduating classes between 100 and 150, many of the students need financial assistance to attend universities of their choice or to graduate from college without debt. Through a scholarship fund in their name, the Facella's Pride in Winthrop will open doors for young people who might otherwise have been limited by resources. The Facella's example of careful planning and selfless generosity has much to offer the community as well as the larger culture. They model the importance of giving back to the community to improve the lives of the next generation. Paul and Norma's story reflects the basic but essential ideal that we don't need status or wealth to make an extraordinary difference for the future, and it reminds each of us that hard work, careful planning, and simple but purposeful living can and does translate into a powerful legacy. Awarded to high school seniors who will be attending their first year of college in the fall and who also demonstrate good character, good scholastic record, extracurricular activities, and involvement in community work. At this time, I'd like to invite Marilyn Sensulo and Vincent Cavaretta to the stage to present the awards. I'd like to take a moment to recognize both Marilyn and Vincent for their commitment to carrying out the wishes of Paul and Norma Facella and for facilitating the process of giving Winthrop High School students over $2.9 million in scholarships over the past 12 years. Let's give them a round of applause. The first recipient of the Facella Scholarship in the amount of $13,000 is a student who will be attending the University of Massachusetts Dartmouth in the fall to study mechanical engineering. The recipient is Marissa McMullen. The next recipient of the Facella Scholarship in the amount of $13,000 is a student who will be attending Suffolk University in the fall to study public relations. The recipient is Sheridan Daly. The next recipient of the Facella Scholarship in the amount of $13,000 is a student who will be attending the University of Massachusetts Boston in the fall. The recipient is Maria Clara de Souza. The next recipient of the Facella Scholarship in the amount of $13,000 is a student who will be attending Emmanuel College in the fall to study forensic science. The recipient is Madison Taylor. The next recipient of the Facella Scholarship in the amount of $13,000 is a student who will be attending Bryant University in the fall to study digital communications. The recipient is Stephen Calla. The next recipient of the Facella Scholarship in the amount of $13,000 is a student who will be attending Endicott College in the fall to study biology. The recipient is Jenna Hintzman. The next recipient of the Facella Scholarship in the amount of $13,000 is a student who will be attending Lynn University in the fall to study business administration. The recipient is Seth Sacco. The next recipient of the Facella Scholarship in the amount of $13,000 is a student who will be attending the University of Rhode Island in the fall to study business administration. The recipient is Mackenzie Lynch. The next recipient of the Facella Scholarship in the amount of $13,000 is a student who will be attending Purdue University in the fall to study chemical engineering. The recipient is Zoe Ray. The next recipient of the Facella Scholarship in the amount of $13,000 is a student who will be attending Merrimack College in the fall to study business management. The recipient is Maggie Conley. The next recipient of the Facella Scholarship in the amount of $17,000 is a student who will be attending the College of Holy Cross in the fall to study psychology. The recipient is Nicole Pinheiro. The next recipient of the Facella Scholarship in the amount of $20,000 is a student who will be attending the University of Connecticut in the fall to study marketing. The recipient is Amina Barry. The next recipient of the Facella Scholarship in the amount of $25,000 is a student who will be attending Boston College in the fall to study biology on the pre-medical track. The recipient is Jillian Bonapani. The next recipient of the Facella Scholarship in the amount of $25,000 is a student who will be attending Bryant University in the fall to study accounting. The recipient is Nicholas Correa. The next recipient of the Facella Scholarship in the amount of $25,000 is a student who will be attending Bridgewater State University in the fall to study media and communications. The recipient is Liam Natareno. The next recipient of the Facella Scholarship in the amount of $25,000 is a student who will be attending Tufts University in the fall. The recipient is Becky Gao. The next recipient of the Facella Scholarship in the amount of $30,000 is a student who will be attending Providence College in the fall to study biology on the pre-medical track. The recipient is Bertram Klein. The next recipient of the Facella Scholarship in the amount of $30,000 is a student who will be attending Tufts University in the fall to study international relations in Spanish. The recipient is Annabelle Giardino. The final recipient of the Fasella Scholarship in the amount of $35,000 is a student who will be attending the University of Rhode Island in the fall to study biomedical engineering. The recipient is Avelina Coffey. Thank you, Marilyn and Vincent. Let's hear it for our Fasella winners. We're almost there, guys. Two more things. I'd like to take a moment to thank the people who made this night possible. Ms. Conley, Ms. Indersano, can we give them a round of applause, please? I'd also like to thank our class advisors, Ms. Lewis and Kristen Bonapani. The Parent-Teacher Club, Brian Donnelly, Mark DeGregorio, Anthony Hatzizavis, John Cadigan, Mikkel Filipko, and the Winthrop High School custodial team. Thank you. And now I'd like to invite Senior Class President Jillian Bonapani to the podium to close out our ceremony with her final address to the class of 2026.
One second. Okay. Good evening, families, friends, educators, guests, and most importantly, the class of 2026. My name is Jillian Bonapani, and it is with sincere gratitude that I stand before you to address our class one final time as your class president. After 12 years, we have finally reached it. Graduation. And yet, if you think about it, we have spent most of those 12 years waiting for it. There's something so unique about growing up in a small town like Winthrop, where if you remain in the public school system, you will be classmates for that entire time. Many of us have attended the same schools together since we were first fellow students in preschool. Our journey began at the Gorman Fort Banks. I remember vividly at field day, staring at our bright-colored shirts and wondering, what do these 4 numbers even mean? Our teachers were quick to tell us that 2026 marked the year we would graduate. Back then, it seemed like a lifetime away. Senior year was a distant myth. We were convinced we'd spend forever as kids on that field, caught up in relay races and games of capture the flag. We moved on to the ATC. New faces, new teachers, band performances, and turkey trots. Then came middle school. Finally, our own lockers. Everything felt blissful until the world had other plans. Through Zoom calls and a spring break that soon became a summer, time seemed to freeze. Each day blurred into the next. A virus that stopped the entire world. How was that even possible? All we could think was, I can't wait for things to go back to normal. I can't wait to see my friends in person. By 8th grade, we had navigated the pandemic and returned to the classroom. We were the oldest students in the building, the leaders. But even then, we were already looking ahead. I can't wait for the freedom of high school. I heard you actually get to walk to class on your own. Then came high school. New clubs, deeper friendships, and far more demanding academics. Between every all-nighter cramming for tests, begging Mrs. Alabaku for extra credit, attending Mr. Davis's morning reviews, last-minute diario writing, therapy sessions with Miss Indelicato, sprinting in as Mr. Crombie counted down the final seconds to the bell, and hearing Mr. Demers deliver his iconic, "Happy frickin' Friday," we were busy. As our responsibilities grew, so did our worries. What if I get a bad grade on this test? What if I don't play well in this game? What if I forget my lines on stage? What if I don't get into my dream school?
We were so focused on what came next that we almost forgot to notice what was right in front of us. Because here's the truth. When we spend our Mondays longing for Fridays, rainy days like this, wishing for sun, and winters dreaming of spring, when we spend each second anticipating the next, we lose something. We lose the art of being present. And in that constant anticipation, we forget what it actually feels like to live today. We've had quite the senior year. The boys' soccer team won the NEC title. Hadestown was a beautiful production. The senior girls took the Powder Puff victory. Boys hockey made it to the Final Four. 100 goals and points were scored. Records were broken in spring track. This was a year worth living in, and we almost could have missed it by wishing it away. Our path here has been impressive. From the roar of Mrs. Pearson's megaphone at the Fort Loop, to the ATC barbecue, to the middle school holiday fair, to today. In our caps and gowns, it is clear how far we've come. We've grown together from our first alphabets to our first heartaches, finding who we are alongside one another, in the classroom, on the stage, on the field, and creating bonds that will outlast all of it. So please, take a moment right now. Look around, smile at a friend. Let it sink in. This, right here, right now, is the moment we spent 12 years waiting for. Embrace the unknown, venture beyond your comfort zone, and remember to not sweat the small stuff. That B on a test, that game you didn't score in, that waitlist letter, that line you stumbled over on stage, none of it stopped you from reaching where you are today. Those setbacks strengthened your resilience. They built the foundation that carried you here, and they will keep carrying you forward. To my fellow class officers and advisors, all of our teachers, cafeteria, office, and custodial staff, Mr. Crombie and his administration, thank you. To our families, thank you for the stands and auditoriums full of cheering, the early morning drop-offs, the late night pickups, and for being our loudest supporters through all of it. While it may feel like it is, this isn't an ending. It's the beginning of something bigger. Whether you're heading to college, a trade, the workforce, or something you haven't even imagined, I am confident you will lead with the values of a Viking and the wisdom to enjoy the ride. So as we step into this new chapter, I want to challenge you. No more, I can't wait. No more rushing past the ordinary moments in search of the extraordinary ones. This is the extraordinary. It's here, in the people sitting next to you right now. Class of 2026, for my final words, I would like to thank you for your support and trust over the years. And lastly, I offer this. Be kind, be helpful, be gracious. Let us live in the now and appreciate the road ahead. There may be bumps, there may be detours, but we must remember, life is a highway. Stay true to yourself, and Vikings, go be great. At this time, graduates, you may all stand, and we can move our tassels from the right to the left. One, two, three.
Hey, congratulations. Yeah, yeah, I'm good.